What's up, sports bettors? It's Matt Modi here with OddsJam, coming to you with some early MLB best bets for tomorrow. Sharp, mathematically profitable, positive expected value, early MLB betting picks for tomorrow, Monday, August 22nd. Mondays are never fun, but at least we have some MLB games where we can place some sharp bets, hopefully make it a little bit more fun. Of course, all of the bets I get using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page, where it provides this positive EV page, provides betting opportunities where you are getting the edge over the sportsbook you are placing the bet at, which is really nice in the world we live in. With the juice, with the VIG, the sportsbooks normally have the edge over you. So having a tool where you can gain the edge back from them can be very valuable, and it can also be profitable in the long run. While I did have a little bit of a rough week last week, was down about $500. As we can see, still up a really good amount overall, 13K overall, 5% ROI since I started using OddsJam, which has been about a year. So before I get into the plays, would appreciate it if you could hit the like button, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel, comment with any feedback you have, helps me out a ton. But let's get into it. So placing these positive expected value plays, like I mentioned, I get using the OddsJam Positive EV page, and with the new recommended filters, as well as the new EV percents, while the percents are lower, positive expected value, they're much more valuable plays than what everything was looking at before. Basically, the main difference is the percent EV is now being calculated as a weighted average from all of the different sharp books that are differently weighted depending on how sharp each book is. So before, it was just using it from the OddsJam line and pulling the EV from there, which is still mathematically profitable. It's still something where you can do and be profitable in the long run. But with the new filters, the new recommended filters, and the new EV percent, it'll just limit your variance. So while the percents are lower, there might not be as many betting opportunities. The variance should be lower. So hopefully, if you place 100, 200 bets, you will be profitable in the long run. So this first play looks like we are betting on the Angels money line at plus 185. So this is the book that we are placing the bet at, which is on WinBet. The OddsJam line with the VIG removed prices this at plus 180. So the gap between plus 180 and plus 185 is where we're getting our positive expected value from. In this case, it equates to a profit margin of about 1.5%. So for every $100 bet on this play, I could figure to make about $1.50. Not breaking the bank on any one individual bet, but the goal obviously is to be profitable in the long run. So if you're placing 20 bets a day, this $1.50 turns into 50, turns into 100, depending on the EV percent and depending on your bankroll. So don't get discouraged with these lower EV percents. They definitely are still worth playing, and they are still profitable. Only 16 cents in market width on this one. Market width is a way in which we can measure confidence in what lines are being priced at. This one being at 16 is awesome. It's a really tight market. Generally, anything that is 25 and below is going to be within range of what positive EV play, something that I will like to lock in. Anything that is 15 or below is super tight. This one being at 16, it's close. But the main reason why these bets are so profitable, aside from, their positive EV weighted across a bunch of different sports books, including the OddsJam line, the sharpest line in the world, is comparing to every other book. We see this plus 185 as a clear outlier. No other book is giving you better odds than plus 175, which it looks like Bet Online. Bookmaker, another sharp book at plus 166. The OddsJam line, the sharpest line in the world, at plus 171. So that's 16 cents in market width. It just comes from the gap between these two numbers. You subtract 87 minus 71 equals 16. That's where we get the 16 from. But no other book is giving you better than plus 175. And we're getting it all the way up at plus 185 on WinBet. It's a really nice outlier there, telling you that the market should really be priced lower than this. But because WinBet just has a little bit of a blind discrepancy, we're getting it all the way up at plus 185. So this is going to be a half unit play for me. Obviously, the odds being at plus 185, the still most likely scenario here is that the Rays win, the Angels don't win. But betting on outliers like this is how you can be profitable in the long run. So the Angels don't have to win the majority of the time. They just need to win enough where we can profit over at the plus 185 odds. So the OddsJam line with the VIG removed gives this about a 35% chance of winning. So obviously not a huge opportunity in terms of them winning. But if we look at the plus 185 odds, if you go to calculators, odds converter calculator, type in plus 185, plus 185, it needs to win less than that percent. It needs to win like 35.09%. We think it'll hit about 35.63. That 0.5% is where your positive expected value comes from. And looking at the matchup, you understand why the Rays are favored. They have the pitching matchup. They're at home. And we're paying for that with the plus 185 odds. So crazier things have happened in the MLB. Just look at the Yankees streak that they're on. The Nats beating the Padres at like plus 400 money line odds. Crazier things have happened. So I do think that this one is a valuable bet. I'll go ahead and add this one to my bet tracker at $50. Click save, and we're good to go. So it looks like there is one more play here on WinBet. Looks like this play is the Minnesota Twins run line minus 1.5 plus 110 odds on WinBet. The Nova odds have this at about plus 108, only 11 cents in market width, which is really, really tight. That's a really awesome market. So again, the EV percent on this one is less than 1%. But when you look at the outlier, every other book, no book is giving you better than plus 100 odds, which is Caesars and Typico. BetOnline has this at minus 105. The OddsJam line has this at plus 104. No book is giving you better odds than the plus 104 at OddsJam. So looking at all the other markets, plus 100, plus 100. So this plus 110 stands out as an outlier, again, just like we were looking at before. So this is again on WinBet. So let me go ahead and lock this one in. We're looking at the Minnesota Twins minus 1.5. I'll put another half unit on this one. So I'll place the bet. This will be my second MLB betting pick for tomorrow's betting slate. So let me just add this one to my bet tracker, click save. And looking at the matchup here, a lot more in our favor. The Twins are at home. The Twins are just the better team, 62 and 57 versus 55 and 66. They also have the pitching matchup with Sonny Gray on the mound against Cole Ragans. So definitely a lot more in our favor in terms of handicapping on this Rangers Twins one. But again, the plus 185 odds for the Angels one. So you understand why they are so heavily underdogs, but upsets happen all the time. Getting a positive EV play like this one, I think, is really valuable. But regardless, these are going to be my two early MLB betting picks for tomorrow. Angels money line plus 185 on WinBet. Twins minus 1.5 run line plus 110 also on WinBet. My two picks. So if you're tailing, would love to hear it. Let me know. Comment on the video. Let me know you're tailing. Like the video. Again, that helps me out a ton. Subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. But regardless, I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one.